one of the cool partnerships we've got here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football, we've entered into a partnership with the Center for Sports Leadership and Innovation at the University of Texas. It's a unique kind of program down there, and it is holding its third annual Continuing Leadership and Ethical Athletic Training, CLEAT for short.
Yes.
Great acronym. On May 9th, down there at 40 Acres. And to tell us a bit more about it is the program's Director of Strategic Partnerships. We are joined by Charlie Adkins. Mr. Adkins, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me on today. Really appreciate it, guys.
I want to ask you about the Center for Sports Leadership and Innovation there at UT. I know folks listening may not be entirely familiar with it. What's the mission of the center? What are they out to do?
Yeah, so we were founded in December of 2014, and the Center for Sports Leadership and Innovation cultivates the character development, leadership skills, and long-term welfare of athletes and coaches. The center truly represents the university's commitment to live up to its mission statement, which is to transform lives for the benefit of society.
It's very cool. I know it's something. The more and more I read about, it's a really interesting kind of center there. And for you, how did you get involved? What about this program particularly strike a chord with you?
I initially got involved during the founding of the center, actually, in December of 2014. As a former athlete, I've witnessed firsthand the influence that a coach can have on an athlete's life. And so, I thought it was a unique opportunity. And I've seen the influence that sports can have on an individual, a team, a school, and a community level. And we saw a need to provide that continuing education to athletes and coaches. And at the Center for Sports Leadership and Innovation, we provide those skills for athletes and coaches to be better leaders and ultimately stewards of society.
So let's take a look at this event on May 9th, the third annual Continuing Leadership and Ethical Athletic Training program there, event there, CLEAT for short. Let's talk a little bit about that. Like, what would you say is the value to participants? Like, if you sign up for this and you're heading down there to the 40 Acres for this, what are you going to get out of it?
Yeah, participants should expect a high-quality learning and growth opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
The coaches will think critically about their programs and share best practices. Attendants will also receive a toolkit to take back to their school for implementation. Case studies will be shared so coaches have that information to take back to their teams and ultimately talk through those with their athletes. We'll have developmental modules throughout the day for the coaches to learn from distinguished professors and sports practitioners. So, we'll have an hour and 15 for each presenter, and they'll give an intro and presentation, kind of do the teach part, and then you'll get into a small group and practice and have that group activity, and then have a recap at the end. And I think that's a really unique part of how to go through the teaching module with these coaches.
And I know that there's, we talk to a lot of Texas high school football coaches, and they go to a lot of events, they go to a lot of trainings, they go to a lot of, seminars on trying to improve. What would you say is something that sets this particular event apart from maybe some of the other events that they've attended in the past?
Absolutely. I think one of the things you see is a lot of those events are X's and O's based.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for us, we saw the value in developing the whole athlete, taking these lessons back to their programs to build that positive culture within the locker room that emphasizes the development of the whole athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And we believe that participating in athletics has the opportunity to teach life lessons to every student involved. And we want to equip the coaches with the tools that they need to be successful in leading their programs.
We're talking with Charlie Adkins of the Center for Sports Leadership and Innovation there at the University of Texas in Austin. Here on DCTF Live, get involved with the conversation, hashtag DCTF Live. We mentioned that this is the third annual CLEAT event that you guys have been able to put on. Have you seen it, from past participants, have you seen an impact? Have you seen, something in their professional or personal lives that make you kind of say, yeah, okay, this program is working for people?
Absolutely. I think that's one of the really cool parts for us is to see how the program works and when they take the lessons back to their programs. And last year, we get so many of these, anecdotal evidence of what is going on at the grassroots level. And last year, a coach took the social media lessons and went back to his district and helped several players clean up their social media platforms, as well as create team policies. Mm-hmm. Their parents were very thankful. And the coaches have seen a vast improvement in the social media integrity on the team. Additionally, we've heard from coaches who have changed their language and how they promote academic success on their roster and how they motivate their students in the classroom. Each coach impacted by CLEAT has utilized lessons learned in a way to build positive culture within their programs.
I want to ask you about who'd be interested in this. Who's invited? Who are you kind of targeting this program towards?
Yeah, any varsity head coach from across the state that is looking to learn about the development of student athletes. We're looking to have a diverse group of coaches representing all classifications, differing backgrounds. So it doesn't matter if you're 1A to 6A, it doesn't matter who you are. We want you to come and get this training to then take back to your program.
And I think not to interrupt you, but I think that's kind of an important point. Is that I think there's some events out there that are more geared towards big school coaches, or some events that are more geared towards small school coaches. The more and more I've read, and the more we've talked, it's become clear to me that this is for every coach at pretty much every level across the state.
Absolutely. And I think one of the unique things is you also get to learn from coaches of different sports. Mm-hmm. So it's not strictly football. There are things that a track coach can learn from a football coach and vice versa. And I think CLEAT really provides an opportunity for all of these coaches to learn together from distinguished professors and sports practitioners at UT.
Now, I know that past keynote speakers have included Charlie Strong, Shaka Smart, some big names. Are there some speakers at this year's event that you're particularly excited about?
Yes, there are. We have not announced our guest keynote yet. It's more to come on that very soon.
It's me, isn't it?
I can't reveal that just yet. We got to make the listeners, come back for more.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I got it.
But we'll have Dr. Leonard Moore and Dr. Lori Holler and Steicher are both a part of the Texas 10, which is an annual list of inspiring professors nominated by alums that have said, upon their reflection, with the benefit of hindsight, they think these professors have had a lasting impact on their lives. So they'll talk about cultivating academic success on your roster, as well as how to communicate with young people about substance abuse. Additionally, we'll have our founding director and former NFL providing the social media playbook, and we'll have Dr. Deborah Stote, a clinical psychologist for the NFL substance abuse program.
Interesting, very interesting. And so we're talking about CLEAT, the Continuing Leadership and Ethical Athletic Training event on March 9th down there at the University of Texas Austin. May 9th, I'm sorry. It's in March. Yeah, if it was March 9th, why are we promoting it now?
Yeah. No.
But it's at the Center for Sports Leadership and Innovation at the University of Texas. How can people get involved?
Yeah, so the CLEAT program is $299, which includes 0.65 continuing education units administered by the TEA, which I know is very important to coaches. A continental breakfast, lunch, parking fees, and all workshop materials. All you have to do is show up at that point. To register for this year's CLEAT, please go to our website at sportsleadership.utexas.edu. You'll find the application under the CLEAT portion of the website. And if you have any questions, feel free to send us an email, csli@utexas.edu.
He is Charlie Adkins. He's with the Center for Sports Leadership and Innovation down there at the University of Texas. The exciting Continuing Leadership and Ethical Athletic Training event, May 9th, down there at the 40 Acres. Charlie, appreciate your time. Best of luck with the event, and we'll be talking to you down the road.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me on today, guys. Really appreciate it.
There he goes, Charlie Adkins, the Center for Sports Leadership and Innovation down there at the University of Texas. It's the time of year where we hear a lot about these events. We hear a lot about these seminars, these clinics, stuff like that. Here's an opportunity that he mentioned that it's bigger than X's and O's.
Right.
This is more 50,000-foot view, and how do you deal? He mentioned the social media part of it.
Yeah.
And that's we hear that from coaches all the time about how, like, one of their greatest worries is that their star running back's going to spout off on Twitter,
right?
And then all of a sudden, start some kind of firestorm,
right?
We hear that all the time. So here's an opportunity, kind of to get inside the mind of your athletes and stuff like that. It's a cool opportunity down there in Austin. It's May 9th. The website again was sportsleadership.utexas.edu.